Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. If any of you have watched my channel for a minute, you will know that I am a big Scott Barnes fan. I follow him on Instagram, I will frequently check out his webpage of all of his new products, and I also watch his YouTube channel. So if any of you all know who Scott Barnes is, you will know that he is famous for the way that he contours your face and also the way that he applies the contour foundation product on your complexion first. So today I wanted to do a little bit of something like that, something that's Scott Barnes-esque. So I want to try to do the contouring and the shaping and the way that he does the complexion products on my face to see how it turns out. I also just want to do a kind of Scott Barnes inspired look for today. So before we get started, please don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, feel free to share this video with your friends, and let's go ahead and zoom in and get started. Okay, so I've got my hair pinned back and out of the way. So what I have done for my skin so far is just doing my normal skincare routine, and that is pretty much it. So how Scott Barnes starts the makeup process is actually with contour, which seems a little bit backwards, but I trust him, I trust his process, so we're gonna try it as well. So first off, Scott says to apply the contour right where you can feel your cheekbone. So right here, he said pretty much where your teeth are. So go ahead and figure out where that is on you. And I am using my KKW Beauty contour stick, the cream contour. I personally love them. They're really easy to work with. They're very blendable. And I am running out, but thankfully I do have backup. So I'm going to go ahead and maybe I need to fix my bangs. I think they are too far down. This might look stupid. Ah, not so bad. Okay. So, continuing to contour the face. Okay, so I had to pause for a second because I'm running so low on my product. I had to scoop it out onto my Scott Barnes palette, and I am just going to kind of dot this in the places that I would have with the stick. And do a little under the lip. A little bit on the nose. Okay. And then also, I'm going to take a little bit of it with my Scott Barnes 6'8" foundation brush. This is a fantastic brush. It blends your foundation or really any cream product so easily and so well. I'm going to add some onto the brush, dab it off a little bit, and Scott always contours the jawline, so I am going to do that as well. And what he says to do is kind of leave your face in a neutral position. So don't do this kind of motion. Try to leave your face how it normally rests. And just go along the chin. Well, more under the jaw than the chin. And then kind of square off that back jawline. Again, trying to leave your face in a neutral position. And then try to drag that color down a little bit. So now that I have the contour laid down, I am going to take a little bit of my concealer on my glass palette And next thing he does in his process is conceal the face. So his method is to take the dark color where you want your face to have contour, where you want your face to kind of go in, where you want it to look like it goes in, and then the concealer or the brightener where you want your face to kind of pop out and be more highlighted. So what I'm going to do is take my concealer brush and just start concealing with my normal concealer. Bring this up. I may have gone in a little too heavy, but that's okay. It will all blend. And also concealing the lid, which we learned in the last video is very important for a good base for your eyeshadow. If you haven't seen that video, I will have it linked down below. So I'm just going to continue adding this product to my face here. Alright, so the next step in the process is to lightly blend the cream contour. And you don't want to drag this product down. You want to kind of brush it upwards. Do kind of a stippling brushing motion. And I'm also, when I'm getting closer to the apples of my cheeks, I'm bringing it kind of up like this instead of just a straight line. Making sure to blend really well on the forehead so there's not a line between your hairline and the makeup. So now for the nose, I'm just going to kind of pinch the brush a little bit here and push up. So not wiggling it around like this, not doing this, just kind of flicking upwards to blend that contour. These are all tricks that I have seen Scott do, so hopefully they will work well today for me. Because obviously they work well for him. He is the master, he is the pro. But we'll see if I can do it. If you get a little bit too wide on the nose contour, you can always go back in with your concealer brush and go along the edges of that contour. Alright, I'm going to fix my hair, and then the next step is foundation. And so what I love about this is that you don't have to use as much foundation as you normally would, because you already have your contour and your concealer on your face. You've already covered a good amount of the pigmentation that's on your face. So you actually can go in, supposedly, with less product. All right, so foundation, I'm going in with about half a pump of foundation. Usually, I will use a full pump. but here is the amount that I have. It's very liquidy on my palette, and I'm going to see if I can use even less than I put down on the palette. So let's see. Now the goal is not to cover your contour and highlight that you just did, but to just pretty much blend it all together and give yourself that little bit more coverage that foundation provides. And I'm just kind of stippling this and doing circular motions. Wow, that is actually looking really pretty so far. Yeah, I'm really happy with how seamless everything looks. I'm gonna take a little bit of that foundation and go down my neck. I feel like I used almost zero foundation. Let me show you. This is how much product I still have on my palette. That is still a good amount. That could still cover a good section of my face. So I probably used maybe a quarter pump of foundation. And I am very happy with how things are covered. The redness went down on my face considerably with just a small amount of foundation, but everything still looks really smooth and blended. And of course it's going to look blended because that Scott Barnes brush is amazing, but I think everything is looking just really seamless and just really pretty good so far. Yeah, okay, so I am making sure that my concealer is not creased. And next I'm gonna go in with some powder. So I am going in with my Jouer Soft Focus Hydrate and Set powder in the color Fair, and I'm taking my e.l.f. Camo Concealer sponge and just setting underneath the under eyes. And I'll go ahead and set kind of this inside corner and my lids as well, just to make sure the brightness from that concealer stays put all day long, because there's nothing that ruins a makeup look like a dark circle. I'm also going to powder down the center of my nose. And now I'm taking a big fluffy brush from Real Techniques. This is actually their powder brush. And I'm going to go along just the places where I put the foundation. I'm not going to cover up the areas that I did the cream contour because I'm going to go back in with bronzer for that. So I'm really just hitting the face where I put the foundation. So Scott Barnes usually uses a powder blush, but I really love this Fenty Petal Pop-In Cream Blush. So I'm gonna go in actually with my Scott Barnes brush and tap this on the cheekbones. I've been putting my blush a tiny bit higher than just the apples of my cheeks, and I've just really liked the look that it gives. I think it just gives that kind of youthful, lifted appearance to the face, which, let's be honest, we all want at any age. Also gonna put a little dot just on my nose just to kind of give that cute I've been in the sun look, even though Lord knows I haven't. Seriously guys, go buy this brush. It is fantastic. It just blends so well, especially if you're new to makeup. You could literally take this brush and do that motion and it would still probably look flawless and perfect. So next up is a little bit of bronzer, and I'm going into my Jouer Light to Medium Bronzer Duo. I'm sorry if you hear that sound outside. That is my neighbor mowing. So I'm taking the darker color in this palette, and I am just kind of setting that cream contour. And then I'm going to mix the two colors and set where I did the cream contour around my forehead, my temple area. I'm also going to take this darker color and go down the sides of my nose and hit that spot under my lip as well. And then the same, mix the two colors and further set and define the jawline, remembering again not to change the shape of your face as you're applying it, and then just blend downwards. Okay, I am feeling really pretty good about this so far. Next up is highlight. And of course, I'm going to use my Scott Barnes highlighter. I'm going to mix the two colors, Twilight Sand, which is this guy right here, and Pink Crush, which you can see I have hit pan on. Always a scary moment. So I'm going to pick up a little Twilight Sand, a little Pink Crush. So I had nice clean brushes at the beginning of this. Do you ever get that feeling when you are putting a not brand new, but like a clean brush that you just freshly washed into the makeup? Do you feel a little sad when you do that? Because I sometimes feel a little sad. It's like, oh, it's so clean and so pretty and nice and fresh, and I'm dunking it in a bunch of cream products, but I guess that's what they're there for, right? So I am just taking this highlighter and wrapping it around the cheekbone, which I've seen Scott do lots of times. So I'm taking it on my cheekbone, wrapping it around, and going underneath the brow even. And I'm just going to hit the top of my nose, Cupid's bow, and you want to try to avoid this part of your face with the highlight. You just kind of want to keep it from here up. May have gotten a little carried away with the highlight, but what else is new? Alright guys, so that finishes up the Scott Barnes complexion. So far, I think it looks really seamless and really pretty. Okay, so what I'm going to do is do my brows and my eye makeup, and I will come back and we will talk some more about Scott Barnes and his techniques. Alright everybody, so that completes this video. I hope you enjoyed watching me try to create a more Scott Barnes look. So the complexion I think turned out really well. I'm very happy with how everything looks so blended, but there aren't any harsh lines. I'm really happy with the feel on my face. It doesn't feel like I have as much foundation on, which is really because I don't. I feel like I didn't have to use as much foundation because I already had the concealer and the contour there to kind of start framing my face, but also it gave some coverage for my skin as well. I feel like it looks really pretty bronzy and natural, which I really love. And of course you can't go wrong with this highlighter. It's one of my very favorite products from him. I think everything looks really good. I really love that little bit of contour right on the lower lip. I think it just gives a little bit of extra definition to my lips without having to do a lip liner or anything like that. And yeah, I think everything looks really nice. I tried to create the soft cut crease, which I've seen Scott Barnes do several cut creases on his YouTube channel, and I am just really pretty happy with how this looks. I will insert some pictures from outside so you can see how everything looks in natural lighting as well. Thank you all so much for joining me today and spending this time, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And as always, thank you for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe. And I hope you all are having a great day. Stay safe and God bless, guys. Bye. Alright guys, so I thought I was done with my video for the day, but I just stepped into the bathroom and really saw my makeup in this lighting for the first time. And I have to say, I am super blown away and impressed by how this looks. I'm going to move over here. I just wanted to show you how smooth and seamless this looks. There is like no line. There are no lines on my face. Everything just looks so blended. My makeup today feels lighter because I don't have as many cream products on, and it looks so good. My face doesn't have that kind of tacky, sticky feeling that it usually has with my foundation. I'm just really happy with how this looks. I'm totally ditching my other routine and my order of doing my makeup, and this is going to be my new everyday routine. I love it. It looks great. Yeah, I'm impressed.